So very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the global academicians, participants from different parts of the world. Today, we are super excited to have this webinar because we are opening our one very important workshop on research method and methodology. This is inaugural session of our program 2022 9.0. And I'm pretty much sure here that today we will try our best to give the right way for finding out the right method, right methodology to your research. So let us start our today journey, which my title, Fundamental of Research Method, Methodology, and the Selection of Research Topic. This is very important. That is, today I will cover that what are the method and methodology you can use in your research and how you can select your research topic, whether you are a PhD scholar, whether you are doing your postdoctorate research, DSc or D.Litt. The very important point is that how to select one effective topic for your research so that we will have the free publication in our research. So here we go. So today outline, I will cover that number one is that how to select one effective research topic. That is always important, and I am sharing one slide here on the right side with the famous quotation of Nelson Mandela. And we need to understand that this is very true. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world, and it is very important for all of us. So we need to understand that our education must be on the right track. If we can adopt one true method in our research, then we can expect the wonderful results of our method and methodology of our research design. So we need to understand some point. First, very important point is that how we will find out the research gap, how we will formulate our research question, whether it may be the qualitative research design or it may be the quantitative research design. Sometimes we are conducting mixed method of research design. So it is very important that we will find out the right method and methodology. Then how to select the topic, the process, continuous process of selection. And is there any way that we can use the online platform to enhance the quality of our research? So here I think that whenever we are conducting our survey, we can use some of the very simple method. I would like to mention here, like the Google form, that you can go with the Google form creation to conduct your survey free of cost, no payment required. So you are having one Gmail and you can create your questionnaire and you can collect the more and more data. You can go with SurveyMonkey, that is the another platform. You may go with data survey of our own platform. So like that, we have to go with our passion to find out first the topic, one wonderful topic for our research, and the topic may be with the SEO, that is search engine optimization. That means whenever we will select our topic, our target is also publication. We need to understand. Now we have very clear picture. We will select one incredible topic for our research, which will meet the criteria for free publication. For this purpose, the bottom line is that our topic should be with search engine optimization, and you can use Google Trends in this case. Google Trends, please check your every word of your topic, whether it is searched by other country people or not, whether they are having interest or not. So here we go into our how to select a research topic. Finer maps, of course. This is all the time whenever we are learning about the selection of research topic, we have to understand 6 stages of topic selection. You may be master's students in maybe the PhD or higher study. In this world of internet, you can find out the best topic for your research. So let us jump into the stage one. What is feasible and interesting? You see that you may have the numbers of lecturers in your life. You have listened to it, numbers of professors. Some professors, some one day will win your heart. You always remember the one best incredible talk by one of your professor or teacher in your school is. It doesn't mean that you do not like the other, but you will remember at least one or two. So like this, we have to understand that our topic should be feasible and interesting. First, let us understand the interesting, very simple part. That means whenever you are, say, doing your research, say COVID-19 pandemic, everyone, how they are mentioning that topic, if you are also copying it and presenting your topic in the same manner, then it will be not interesting. To make it interesting, make sure that your titles will be somewhat innovative. That is very, very important. Feasible topic, which is possible for you. Do not consider some topic which you like it, you feel that it is interesting, but it will be not possible for you to carry out your research, maybe qualitative or quantitative design. Now the question is that whether you are having these softwares, you want to use like SPSS. In this our forum, we will also show you the introductory part of SPSS. Now, whether you are having SPSS or you can go for analysis if you are quantitative, doing quantitative research design, or if you are doing qualitative, say NVivo or Atlas TI, or the mixed method, Max QDA. So these are the questions that before selecting the topic, please finalize. It will change your life. It will change your way of thought, way of thinking to apply your research, and regarding your publication, you will find out the incredible growth. Next, number two, stage number two. Now we are taking one feasible, that is which are the software required, which are methodology will be there. We have find out that yes, it is possible for me, and personally I am finding out my own interest into this topic. Never select one boring topic. That is very, very important. Otherwise, it will torture you. You will just because of your supervisor or just because of to manage some good relation. Sometimes researchers are selecting some topic where they are not finding out their interest. It's not for one day. It's not for only PhD. After PhD, we have to go for like postdoctoral research. No, postdoctoral research is not degree. But thereafter, you will join, say, DSc or D.Litt. So, one very important point, future perspective. In your PhD research, you must mention future perspective of the topic. For that purpose, please select the interesting topic. Now, novel and ethical. Again, the ethical part is very, very important. You see that you need the ethical clearance. Please remember, while you are doing research in maybe law, department of law, you may be doing your research in nursing, in medical science, in maybe the physics, chemistry, experimental work sometimes. It may be the purely, you know, that psychology, all right, and the criminal, say you are doing on research on the criminal law or like that. So in such cases, which are sensitive in nature, some of your work may be super sensitive. Even they can be the cause of war. So we have to be careful. Our research is for the development of the society, not for the destruction of the society. The goal of our research is very clear. We want to make the solution of existing problem. We will never create problem. We are not problem creator. We are problem solver. Therefore, we are doing research. So now you see that ethical. Please consider the ethical topic for your research, and it should be novel. All the time, it is getting it is catching the eyeballs of the people. It is getting attention from the researcher. So one novel topic, unique topic. All right, it may be not very recent, but for the long run, it is getting always attention from the researcher. It is very important. So I'm pretty much sure that you will consider this. Novel and ethical. Stage 3, relevant. You see that your topic is not relevant to your subject. Sometimes we have found it. That is, they are, say, the part-time researcher, and they are feeling like that. If I'm selecting some very common topic, it will be easier for me. But the reality will give you, all right, reality will give you different picture. If you are doing your research in mathematics, if you are doing your research in physics, chemistry, political science, education, history, whatever it may be, go with the relevant topic. Why? Because later on during your interview, you will face the problem. You will definitely face the problem. In the name of multidisciplinary research, you cannot change complete domain of your research. You need to understand multidisciplinary research. I personally love it because it is the real research. In our life, we are not living that I am physics person, I am chemistry person, and I have my different world. We are all living inside the same world, and we will face the common problem. And research is to solve the problem. Why we are doing research? It's not for only PhD or BSc D.Litt degree. We are doing research so that we can solve the problems of humanity, and we can establish the new facts, new findings. We are having one hypothesis. This is null hypothesis, and we want to introduce our alternative hypothesis. This is my alternative thought. I want to introduce this one. So this is actually the prospect of true research. So always select the relevant topic from your own department. It is always preferable. Yes, you can go with the multidisciplinary research. Perhaps the flavor of your domain should not missing from your research. Now, stage number 4, and manageable and appropriate. So the topic should be appropriate. Always discuss with your mentor, your supervisor. Do not think like that we know everything. So whenever we are into research, irrespective of our age, our mentor may be anyone from any country, but we have to follow him or her. So make sure you are following that one. And the another part is that's very important. I'm telling you, manageable. The research topic should be manageable. That means you are doing PhD, try to plan your research within 3 years. Then because you need another 2 years for writing purpose and for making the scrutiny, for finding out if there are any difficulty in your grammar, sentences, or anything, data analysis process. So this is very important. Then you find out the stage number 5, potential value and publishing scope. You see that here we are not taking care. While we are selecting the topic, we never think about whether it is having the potential value. If it is the common topic which was published by the journal, maybe 30 times, 40 times, why they will show interest to my topic? That is very important. During literature review, you should not stack to it. Literature review for inculcating new knowledge. We have to understand. That is, we will find out the topic which is incredible in nature, which we will find out that our topic, we will get the new and new findings, new and new breakthrough for our topic. So publishing scope we have to see. And here I would like to share with you, say Scopus Q1, Q2, and Q3 journal we can target. Time to time, our university councils, our country rules and regulations may say like that, you do not need the research paper. But what about interview? In some countries, sometimes, say, some regulatory bodies may make the statement, without research paper, you can go for submission of your thesis. All right, you are submitting your thesis, you are getting your PhD. Now, after 3 years, the leaders of the regulatory body being changed. And new leaders are coming. And they are saying like that, of course, International standards should be maintained, and you need the research paper. Now, how you will make the timetable to go backward to your PhD life work, to make again your research paper publication? Make sure you are maintaining international standard. Your PhD with the international standard through innovation and with the free publication process. Then finally, stage 6, systematic. Only systematic researcher will get the success. That is very, very important in our life. We have to develop the system. Otherwise, what you will do? You do not know what will be the step one after another. So make the blueprint of your research. It is very important. That is why you are selecting the research topic. Always make the blueprint. This is stage 1, that I will do my data collection. This is stage 2. I will go for coding of my data. Stage 3, within this months, I will do the all analysis, and I will use, these are the softwares that I will use, and here I will take the help. These are the next steps that I will make the discussion part. And finally, I will publish these numbers of paper. Maybe during your PhD, you are targeting 5 research papers, 6 research papers, 10, 12, anything. Go with your own willpower, and it will give you the direction. Now, very important. How to identify the research gap? Our research gap always oriented with our goal. We need to understand our goal. What is our goal of research? That is very important. Step 1, I will explain you the 4 exciting steps what you can use to find out the research gap. What is research gap? The missing part of the research. Already so many people are doing their research. Say you are from the education background. You are conducting your research in a higher education. You have numbers of research papers in your hand. Okay, you have the papers in your hand. Now the point is that you are reading the paper and finding out that the person who was conducting the research, he was adopting that particular method for data collection. And you have found out that no, I can do it better with another method. So let us select that one. You are from the chemistry background, and you have found out that, all right, I'm doing my research in this synthesis method, and what I have found out, they have used this particular method for synthesis. But in my part, whatever I have studied, I feel like that my laboratory will allow another method, and therefore I will adopt that method, and I will establish that this is the right method for synthesis of this part. So this is where we are doing something different. This is where we are not connecting only the scientific procedure, but we are becoming somewhat artistic in nature. That is, finding out research gap is the mixture of your imagination. That is, you have to imagine based on scientific method, and you are artistic whenever you are presenting your research gap. Based on research gap, you will find out one good topic. Now select a topic or question what was not considered for research earlier. Earlier researcher, they have not done, and you have selected. So this is very, very important. Next one is that you'll see number 2, collect and read systematic reviews. Try to use Q1 to Q3 review of literature. This is also very important. Go with more and more review of literature paper, and you can find out the good papers for your research. Then step 3, look for topics or issues what are missing. You can find out in their work that yes, this part they have not discussed. They have discussed about the culture, maybe they are not discussing about the merit system. And you will find out that yes, I'm doing my qualitative research design, and I am doing, say, the focus group, and they have done this part, but this one I can introduce from myself. Step number 4, find keywords and new innovative way. This is very important. How you will make it more innovative? That is already existing research. It is not like that you will do only that the research in that particular subject. No. So many researchers will do, so many researchers today also say watching me, you are all 100+. So these all researchers and academicians, they will do their research. How you will find out that your research is somewhat incredible, it is somewhat different. For that purpose, try to write down some bottom line. Try to create some bullet points in your research so that your keywords will give you some new innovative way to conduct your research. Now, formulation of research problem. Very, very important part. We are finding out our research topic, research gap, research question, and research problem. Then we can go for research design. So we need to understand here how we will find out one research topic. I have already explained. And finer maths will be the best process. Thereafter, what we have to do, identify the border study area. Border study area. That is, you have to select one area that is from your own domain. And now you have narrowed down it. Identify the research problem. And thereafter, you need to go for development of research question. Research question in, say, qualitative research design and quantitative research design. You may have the central research question. And based on central research question, you are now formulating one by one other research question. Create research design. What is research design? It is very simple. Research design means you are finding out one research topic. You have 2-3 that research questions. You have formulated research question. Now you have finalized your research problem. The complete blueprint of your research is known as research design. All right. Now you are ready to write down your research proposal. Always try to write down with the unique sentences and the style in your research. Now, method of data collection, I'm giving it as a very generalized manner, and later on, of course, we will go for special like qualitative this one, quantitative this one, and a mixed method. So you can consider it as a mixed method. You are open to qualitative and the quantitative research design. So we will have the two kind of sources, and that is our based on our research design. Whether you are based on primary source of data or you are going with the secondary source of data. That is very important. Now, your research design demands a primary source. Let us understand this one, primary source. So in primary source, we will go for observation. Very basic and fundamental part, and from the ancient time, we are doing this one. You can be participant, you can be non-participant. Sometimes we are conducting a research in qualitative research design by observing method, and we are becoming the participants. We are living inside that particular community. You are doing the religious stuff. You want to know about that particular religion, how they are performing their rituals. Now you will be inside the observation method. You will be participant. Maybe silent participant, you are observing everything. Okay, in this way, you are using your camera, you are taking the video, you are taking the audios, like that. And sometimes non-participant. You see at this point, non-participant. What is non-participant? That is, you are making the observation, but you are now not the part of that community. You are not living there. You can see like that some people from United States, they are coming to South Africa, they are living in that particular village, and they are observing. They are inside the community. They are living their life. So now it is generally happening in the qualitative research design. And in qualitative research design, researcher or academician becoming instrument in their research. Or you can go with the non-participant mode. That is, you will observe only. You will not take the participation, but you will observe what is going on, and exactly facts and finding you will place. Now, that's another part from the primary source, very interesting, and it is interview. Yes, interview. So how we are interviewing? We are doing two methods. One is the structured, another is the unstructured. Structure, you will give the structure. It is generally the close-ended and everything you have determined. It is for the quantitative research design. Quantitative, that is structured you have made. And if it is unstructured, then it is interviewing. You are interviewing, but you are not making the structure, or it is not the close-ended, open-ended. So it may be the qualitative research design. How it can be there, I'm telling you. Interview, you have entered into one maybe community, one maybe the focus group or personal interview. Now your question you are giving them and giving, sir, I wanted to know that what is your opinion regarding this workshop on research method and methodology. Option A, excellent. Option B, say good. Option C, neutral. Option D, not impressive or not good. Option D, okay, option D is worst. So you see that you are giving A, B, C, D, E, like your skills you are giving. Thank you, iPhone. That's your message is truly encouraging me. Now you see that you are giving A, B, C, D, E some option. And now the respondent will give one tick. That may be the excellent, maybe the good, as per his own opinion, they are giving. Now, another way that you are open to their discussion. Sir, can you kindly share your opinion about this workshop? Then they will give in descriptive. So here the difference is that if you want to go for quantitative research design, you are playing with numbers. If it is qualitative, rather than numbers, you are focusing on descriptive database. Descriptions. They are making the description here. So this is the unstructured and structured, open-ended and closed-ended. Open-ended means you are giving them the opportunity to speak. You are neutral. You are not directing them that A, B, C, D or like that. They are whatever they wanted to share, they will share. But it is not possible whenever you have to handle the large data. In quantitative research, we are having the advantage to handle the large data. That is, we are having huge population and we are adopting one sampling method. So we are taking samples and the sample is now representing complete population. But in case of qualitative method, you have to go with one-to-one. Thank you, Norbert and Matthew. That's wonderful for your message. That is wonderful message. And thank you for appreciation. So what is there in qualitative research? We are meeting people. We are discussing with them. We are taking the interview. We are personally meeting them. And you know that we can make it interesting. Think it like that. Okay, I have now, that's one plan for visit. You take it as a very happiest moment of your life. Bring a smile to them. Keep your smile on. You are happy with data collection. You are taking interview. You are visiting somewhere. It is your under-term health plan. I'm telling that one. Whenever we are doing research, we should not think like that only the final stage it will be our happiness. The way we are doing it, we have to bring the happiness. It will give us energy. It will inspire us. It will give us the way how we can move forward. Now, you can see that whenever we are interviewing, we are going with structured and unstructured, and open-ended and closed-ended. Again, I am giving you the bottom line. What is there? Closed-ended means you are giving some only option A, B, C, D like that. Whenever you are handling large data, all right, and they will select one option. And if you are doing qualitative research design, make sure you are not confining them to one point. You are giving the opportunity to explain that. Now, another very important point, and we will now discuss. All right. So now you see that here, the questionnaires always in our mind. How our questionnaire should be, how many questions we should include in our questionnaire, how we can send it. So I have told you very simple. You can use the Google form, the free form. You can use, you are using Gmail, it will be the easiest one. Data survey is our platform. You can use that one also. You can use SurveyMonkey for this purpose. Now, whatever the platform you are using, the point is that your research method and methodology always different. We need to understand. Method is the system that what we have adopted and why you are adopting that particular system. Means the classic behind selection of that method. Now you see that questionnaire, you can go with the mail questionnaire or the collective questionnaire. Both. Now this is method. Mail questionnaire is a method. All right. Collective questionnaire is method. But why you are selecting collective? It is method. You should have your justification for it. Now you see that the mail questionnaire nowadays, say if you are having some pandemic like situation, then all right, you can go with the mail or the collective questionnaire. That is in our time, most of the time, that is collective questionnaire. So we have to meet the people, we can give it, they will go for it. But we are never influencing. Collective, we are sending by post also, you can send. We are never, it is different for interview. We have to understand. Interview, we are allowing ourselves, we can go for interaction, but questionnaires, we cannot do it. It is then not will be, it will be not ethical. Questionnaires are only the questions and you are sending it. So make sure that your questionnaire will be not that much lengthy. That is always drawback of questionnaires. While we are preparing, we are giving 85 questions. You feel like that someone is sending it to you. How you will fill up this 85 questions? They are torturing. Sometimes I'm also getting, sir, please fill up this questionnaire. But what you will do? This questionnaire is carrying that 90 questions. It's not. You should have one central question. Based on central question, if it is, you have to see your research design, whether it is qualitative or quantitative. That is also very important. That length of the questionnaire will based on that. In quantitative research design, somewhat longer because we are having, not the subjective viewpoint, we are having now objective viewpoint. So A, B, C, D, E, maybe the selection, we have to give the tick mark. So in such case, you can go with 30 questions. No, people will feel like that it's boring or like that. 30 questions, maybe 30 minutes, maximum answer. And you are having 1 or 2 central questions in such case. It is the maximum question. That is, and even the quantitative research design, you can target which like 15 questions is also, I think, that the standard. Not an issue. 15 question standard, even you can go for your analysis part. Statistical analysis, you can do that one also. It's not only the question, it's all about your data. It is all about that whatever the responses you are receiving in quantitative research design. It is very important. Next part, qualitative. Then your questionnaire should be with minimum questions. That is, I'm thinking like that, if you are sending it even by mail or anything, make sure that it is never crossing like 15 questions or because it is descriptive. And it may be minimum of 8 questions, 7 questions also. Make it simple. You are not torturing them. You are taking the information from there. So we have to be careful in that part. Definitely, we will have the good responses. Now, let us come to the next part. It is secondary sources. So secondary sources are, in the principal part, we will say like documents. Nowadays, it is also the next level. You can get some videos also. You can have some, even social media also. These are also available right now. But I'm going with the very, you can say like that, the book form. Then, of course, it is the documents. What are the documents? Government publications. Government publishing the gazette notification, government having their own notification. These are also can be the secondary sources. Earlier research, that is, of course, the research papers. These are all available and some documents that they have prepared may not publish, but it is the source of your secondary source. Sometimes you can find out some script, ancient script. They have kept it in some temples or like that. So it can be also source. And no issue. To use it, do not afraid that how I can use. You can use it, but you need to say capture the photograph. We have to take that one videos like that. If you are doing some research and history, then sometimes you have to go with this kind of method and the collection of the secondary sources also. Census, time to time government releasing, every country government, they are using that one. Census may be the another source that whenever you are dealing with like population, whenever you are doing your research in, you can say like that, political science, economics, then definitely you need the census report. Personal records, so many controversies are there. We are sometimes saying like that, all right, you can use the personal record. Sometimes some reviewer are not agree. They are saying like that the source is not ethical. So you have to identify that how you justify their personal records if you are using personal records. Okay. Client histories that we are using most of the time in the medical science research or quantitative research design or nursing field research. In such cases, it is generally confidential to us. We are handling one, say, patient, or you are handling your one client. So in such cases also, that with the prior approval from your organization, you can adopt this one, but do not disclose the client name. Even in the law research also, you can go for that one. But sometimes you have to find out the ethical way of research. Do not go against the regulation of the country. That will be very difficult for you. So please follow the country regulation from which you are, that you are maybe Nigerian, you are maybe from India. That's every country always having their some rules and regulations for ethical publication of client history. We have to go with that. Service records, of course, the service records most of the time, and it is particularly we are using whenever we are taking some point in the government report. Sometimes you are, that professional research are being conducted from the as a part of major research project, minor research project. You are all eligible. That's you now. It is opportunities are more and more. You see that after COVID pandemic, now so many agencies, now they have again started their funding because they need some data, they need some analysis, they need the true researcher to solve the problem. So you can be the professional researcher. Please think about this. You can take research as your career. I think that it will really super exciting for all of us. Then qualitative versus quantitative, very easy. I will not take much more time in this slide. Of course, I have explained about the structured data that is in quantitative. So everything with the options A, B, C, D, and while in qualitative unstructured, that is, it is open in most of the time. We are going with statistical analysis more in quantitative research design, while the summary or descriptive work we will go with our qualitative research. Then thereafter, the survey and the experiments. Of course, the quantitative research means maybe you are doing your experiment, you are taking some instruments for your research, you are conducting your research by use of this instrument. And after getting the result, you are making the explanation of your results that you have received. Then here we are more into the interview and observation. In observation, we are becoming our own instrument in quality. Researcher can become the instrument. Then objective conclusion always expected in the quantitative research. While in case of qualitative, we are going with, we need to understand the subjective conclusion. That is, description will be there. And we are not giving that it is exactly, we are making critical analysis here. And we are saying objective conclusion, yes, you can either reject the hypothesis, null hypothesis, or you are not able to reject the null hypothesis. Like that. It is quantitative, we will go with the descriptive or the inferential statistics. So we need to understand if it is, say, the central point oriented, that is mean, mode, median, we are using, then what we will go for descriptive. Okay, descriptive statistics. If we need that hypothesis based and we will conduct the different parametric, non-parametric test, then we will go with the inferential statistics. Qualitative is somewhat different. Subjective conclusion we will bring, and we will adopt the different method in this case. qualitative research question, then of course you can start with the very beginning, that how it is happening, why it is happening. That is, it is never answered with yes and no. Specify the independent and dependent variable. But which one is changing based on which one? You are collecting the data, please identify. Independent means they are spontaneous data. They are not based on other data, but dependent. They are based on other data. If you are changing this, the dependent variable will change. You have to understand as per your research design. Next, your question deals with the connection among the multiple variables. This is also very important in qualitative research design. And here we are using it more. That is the multiple variables, you will again use related and compare. So many that discourse analysis we are doing. So comparison is always there. And you know that we are making the general description also. It is becoming incredible, interesting. You have to make your research interesting. Then people will follow your research. Thereafter, we have to understand how to frame our quantitative research question. So here we will, of course, use the structured research instruments, and we have to adopt, and we have to identify also what will be our instrument for this purpose. Okay. Then data are in the form of numbers and statistics. So what are the methods that you are conducting, say ANOVA? You are feeling like, no, I will conduct the ANCOVA, MANOVA, MANCOVA. I will go for t-test. What will be the particular test? It is parametric. It is normally distributed, or it is not, data are not normal. Everything you need to study here. It is pure statistics. Here, more into statistics. If you are going with the inferential statistics, in descriptive statistics, the statistics are the, you know, that we are using the test are maybe the minimum, but it is not also free from statistics. You are presenting in graph, you are presenting in the pie diagram, like that, descriptive statistics. You can use SPSS for this purpose. I think that in upcoming webinar, we will show you the live demonstration. In the beginner level, of course, the SPSS need the very vast explanation. If you are conducting the different SPSS and MOS also, that's what we are having. And those who are IIPM, they can get the free access to us from our side also. Then you need to understand that researcher uses tools. Here, the tools you are using. Here, you are conducting experiment, you need to use, that is your instrument. What is the right instrument? Selection of right instrument must be there. Convergent reasoning rather than divergent. You see that in qualitative, what I have mentioned, I have mentioned that if you go with the descriptive, it is main point. But here you will confine it, convergent, focus on one point. And finally, you have to see that it is my p-value. P-value is greater than 0.05 or less than 0.05. Like that, we are doing whenever quantitative research design, we need to understand clearly the statistical method which is adopted for my research. We should have the clear idea which will be the right test. I will explain it later on that in our quantitative research design, because selection of method is very important. Which method? That is, I am conducting research in this particular area. I do not know that what is the requirement, what is goal of my research, and just I am conducting t-test. Whether t-test is required or not. You are conducting student t-test. We have seen so many cases are coming. They are conducting student t-test. Whether it is required or you need the regression, you maybe go with the another, say another. So based on your research design, everything will be determined. And finally, the number 5, carefully designed before data is collected. It is very important. Make sure you have designed everything. You have designed it before your data collection. Otherwise, it is very longer work. You see that you have collected your data. Now you are going for analysis and finding out that, oh, these are data are not useful for me. Then you are facing more problems. Consider everything before data collection. Make the blueprint. In qualitative, it is dynamic with your progress. That is, first year you are completing this much, then in second year you can go with the triangular method, then you are selecting another part. But in quantitative, most of the things are predetermined, especially regarding your method and research design. You have to be careful. Otherwise, at the last stage, you will face the problem. You are having data, you are having questionnaires, you are having everything analysis, but you are not having thesis in your hand. Who is responsible? That is lack of our knowledge. So what we need here, we have to be the skilled person ourselves, that this is my complete cycle of my research and I will adopt this method. I will go for this data collection. I will use these are the analysis method. I will publish these numbers of paper. Finally, my conclusion will be either in this way or that. Either I will reject the null hypothesis, or we will go for that unable to reject the null hypothesis in this way. Finally, I'm coming towards the end of my presentation, and I'm sharing here one very beautiful image also, and of course saying thank you to you all for patiently listening, and time to time you are encouraging me, sending me numbers of messages of encouragement. It is really, I'm truly grateful for it. And I'm sharing one picture. This is where you can see like that, the joke, that present joke, and it is, and I have not created. It is collected from the internet, and it is truly that popular, becoming one popular joke. That is what is there, that you see, we are sending ourselves like into this system. We are saying like that we are having creativity, we are having discipline, we are having intelligence. In our education system, we are saying like that, make it input. The output is with our degree. Okay, here output with our degree. And whenever we are getting the degree, of course, we are having creativity, discipline, and intelligence. This is the biggest might that we are doing with us, with our life. We have to be careful. We have to be careful, especially whenever we are in the research. Of course, the system is this one. If you are entering into PhD, in some university, you will get the, of course, after 3 years, 5 years, you will get your degree. But where we are facing the problem after your degree, whenever you are applying for the job, during your interview, during your interaction, the interviewer will come to know that you have not done the right things. You are not having the proper knowledge of research design, neither you know that how the research problem can be formulated. You do not know how to write down one effective research paper. So these are the drawbacks of the system. Let us break this system, break this traditional system. We are all together to break it, and we can transform our research into true innovation. We do not know the name of the vice chancellor of the Oxford University for last 5 years, or the Stanford, or the Harvard University. I'm telling the top 3 universities of the world. If you are asking me, that you may say like that, I'm lack of my general knowledge. I do not know the last 10 vice chancellor of this university. I always remember Thomas Alva Edison, because I'm using bulb, and I know that without any educational qualification, he was the inventor of the bulb. I know Albert Einstein, who was changing the world with his minimum research paper with the maximum impact to our life. I know that Graham Bell. I know the inventors, those who are making true contribution to my life, to your life, to our humanity. Let us go that way. We are losing somewhere. We are into the rat race somewhere. We are all inside the competition. We are not feeling our happiness. We are not ready to smile. Most of the time, we are adopting this education system, which is only showing us some fictitious dream. It is not reality that you are getting the degree and you are immediately getting your job. Your job is based on the performance, that how you have acquired your skill and how much you are ready to apply it. I was also being placed as a chairman in the numbers of interview committee. And always we are selecting the best person who is having the skill rather than their, that more certificates. We know that in the world, numbers of universities, even in one country, you can see 400, 500 universities. They are having 400, 500 gold medalists. What you will do, your corporate or organization will do with gold medalists. We need the real researcher. Let us join our hand with each other. Let us help each other. Let us bring the collaboration for the purpose of transformation of our academic system into one professional system where we will inculcate the true knowledge and innovation, and we will bring a smile to our humanity. Thank you everyone for your such wonderful messages during my presentation, and we will open the message now for open discussion. Namaste from my side. Thank you everyone for your support and contribution during my presentation. Thank you.